Hi there again. So hopefully you've just watched the other two videos, or you might have gone straight to this one, it's not a problem. So I've done the video down below. I've also done the video of safety equipment, sail plan, modifications, covers and the deck walk. So now what I'm going to do is mechanical and electrical. So what we'll do is we'll go through the Raymarine systems. I'll try and show you as much as I can because I can't open everything, because otherwise I'll be here all day on a video. So enjoy it, and again, any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a personal message or send me an email. So enjoy the video. Thank you. Okay, so electronics, mechanical and systems. I thought the easiest would start up here. So just to put the main helm. So hopefully what you can see here is that we've got, this is the new i70. So this one, I mean, you've got loads of screens you can go through. So it's all user preference really, but here I've got water speed, depth, and I've also got apparent wind angle and apparent wind speed. This is the Evolution Autopilot. This thing is amazing. It's got different power settings. You can set it for heavier seas. So what I'll do is I'll just go to auto. Hopefully be able to see the wheel move. It's silent, and you can see the rudder position on the top there. So standby, and then if I press these together, I'll see if I can do it while doing the video. You can see it's going to wind vane mode. So at the moment it's 124 degrees to port. So you've got wind vane mode and you've got normal heading mode. It's self-learning, so it does deviation and variation itself, and you can go into the settings at different parts of the world and you can make it to relearn the boat. So she's got the brand new fluxgate compass set up and the linear drive, everything. So on the course computer, it's the Evolution new one, which is superb. Bow thruster control. So I haven't got the engine on at the moment, but basically we press that, this will light up, and then we've got port and starboard. There's nothing to catch with any ropes. And then we've got twin compass, port and starboard. Engine controls down there, so I'll start the engine in a second. And then on here, you can see we've got DSC. So she's got distress, and so that's a full, it's running the system downstairs, so it's still 25 watt. So that's everything here. You've also got 12 volt socket there for if you wanted a phone on. And then the A9, so she's got HD digital radar, which you can see there. Hopefully you can see it's got chart overlay and AIS overlay on it as well. Again, you can change all this to whatever you want. So at the moment I've got SOG and depth. Depth is reading under the keel, so I have an offset on mine. But hopefully you can see on here that you've got the fairway and you've got the bits coming in. So it's really good radar. You've got all these different screens. So data boat's quite good. So I've got this set up with all of the sailing information. But you can scroll through these as you're rolling road. Distance to waypoint, vessel position, water temperature. That's if you're following a route, or the one I have it on, which is called Bacchus sail. And then you've still got all of the information about position and everything up in the front. It also controls the sound system down below. So you can go into Fusion. You can turn everything on. It's also Bluetooth, so you can have music coming out. You can also control the zones. So I've got saloon and cockpit. So zone 2 is cockpit. So speakers are both sides there. And also there, the ones there. Another one you can do, VHF. So it's all interlinked with everything. You can go squelch, you can adjust everything from here. You can go down to channels, up channels. So if you wanted it louder you can do, which is pretty cool. But an aux is your surround sound for the TV, and then you've got Bluetooth as well, and that comes up. So you can do everything from that. She's got full AIS, so if I click on this one here, come on, There's all the AIS data. So that's a ship that's just coming into the harbour. And it's got Raymarine 700 series transponder. So it's the brand new one which has got an inbuilt splitter, so you don't need a separate aerial. So, and I'll show you that when we go down below. Stub on this helm here. So this controls everything on there. This is called a nav pod, so behind here there's a little adjuster, so you can adjust the swivel, and you can also turn the plotter to either helm, or if you wanted it set in the middle like I've got it, that's fine. And then you've got a repeater this side, and again, whatever you want on the screen you can have that on there. You can change the colours, so if you didn't like the black you can have it all white with black. So that's all of the electronics that are up here. This one also connects with iPhone tablets or a Android on Ray Remote app, so that you could then have downstairs, you could have another chart plotter. I use an iPad Pro, basically puts that screen straight on my iPad Pro. I can also plug it into the television downstairs, so if you're at sea and you're having a crew meal, you can have that on the Samsung TV, which is what I've done quite a few times, which is very nice. So we'll just go down below again and I'll show you the other bits of the electronics. Chart table, so you can see there that the VHF's on 16 and the stereo is off at the moment, but it's being controlled by the Axiom upon the bridge, upon the main cockpit area. So we're currently just on shore power. Again, we've got generator and inverter, which I'll show you the inverter system, and on here you've got all the switches, deck floodlight, anchor light. Again, these are all LEDs, and you've got steaming, or so if you're under motor or just under sail. Automated fog alarm, sound signal, sorry. So you can set that to whatever you like if you've got a bit of bad visibility, and it will do it for you. Then digital gauges, we've got the water tanks, so tank 1, tank 2, you've got battery state, which is got a battery monitor anyway. That's alarm, so you can go into settings, and then obviously you've got fuel main tank. At the moment I'm just over half, and then that'll just go back to normal. It has on here, when it goes back, got a small shunt, so you see there it's saying 8 amps. So it has got a built-in sort of monitor, but it's not great. So what I've done with the batteries is just through here is I've got a BM2, which is a 200 amp shunt, and if I illuminate it you can see there that at the moment we're charging at 0.7. I've got the charger on, so she's in float capacity, and then the batteries are just under the bed. I'll just lift this up so you can see there. And these are all a year old, everything, and they're all maintained. I check these every 6 months or 3 months depending on the temperature. And then back here we've got a brand new Pagero 2000. This is the new one with the twin cam with the Yanmar engine. It's a lot quieter. All electronics and everything else are in there, and it's all under warranty still. It's only done 18 hours since I installed it. And this will actually push out 2.4 kilowatts. So you can run the water heater, the kettle, but you just got to be careful not to run too much. And what I've done is I've basically built this into here. So this is the control for the generator. So it's behind the door, so you can see that. It's sort of like really hidden. So it's quite nice. And then the strainer for the generator is just here. So this is the top and the aft cabin, so everything on this boat is really simple to get to. So you've got the removal tool, and then you've got a clear top strainer there, so that's for the generator, so you can see exactly what's going on. Same with the engine strainer is just there, so you can see straight into the top. Same with the engine coolant, and it's all literally accessible. Also the sail drive oil is there, and your air filter element is right there. So doing sail drive gearbox oil changes, when the boat's in the water, you've got an extraction tube there. You can get nearly all of it out, but not every drip. So in November, December of last year, I dropped all of this out, and this has got Shell Rimula RT4X 1540 watt oil in it, which is really good. And I've got Molly Slip, which is just an extra bit of protection. I've always done that on all of my boats. So that's the back bit where the strainers are and everything else. What I'll do now is I'll just fire up the generator quickly. Just check the seacock is definitely on. So hopefully you can see this. If I press one of these buttons, hopefully it'll light up. So 18 hours is all it's run. So we've just got to start it up. And there she goes. So there's no load on it at the moment. You see there that the little hourglass is going, so eventually that's going to go to 19. But I'm talking, and I'm standing in the back cabin, and the covers to the aft locker are off. That's how quiet that generator is. And the exhaust is external, so you can see it's coming out. You'll probably be able to see it through the window actually there. Says we're having to go back outside. So I do like to see that, because it worries me that if I don't see water coming out of an exhaust with it being water cooled. So I went for the skin fitting type rather than going for the one that goes underwater, but you can't really hear it. As I say, I mean, if I shut the door, bear in mind that those covers are off, I think you'll probably find it's very difficult to even hear that running now that I'm standing in the saloon. I mean, that door's open. It's very quiet, which is why I went for it. It's the new one, so it's got a twin cam rather than a single cam, which is the old style engine. And then basically it comes up with a load indicator here, so you can see it's got load is 0. It tells you what you're drawing. So basically this will also put a charge back into the starter battery. Now the starter battery is always the engine battery as well, so you see it's putting a charge of 1.4 amps. That's into the starter battery, so it's doing a test, but because the battery charge has been on, it knows that it doesn't need to put anything in, but it will put a charge back in if you're out at anchor. So I'm just going to stop this now. There you go, and then she's off. So that's the generator. As I say, it's brand new. She's back there. Okay. Right, underneath the chart table then. So let's go to this bit. So in one of the other videos I said about the inverter system, so you've got the main breaker fuses here. I'm trying to see if you can get around the corner to see it. I think it's up there. Can you see up there? That is basically RCDs. So there's an RCD breaker box up there, which is for the inverter system. And then just at the side of it, hopefully you can see that, that is the AIS. That's the Raymarine 700 series AIS transceiver. So all of this is built in behind here. It's very neat behind here. There's a lot of other electronics, and then you've got the inverter system. I've already shown you that. So say you were on shore power at the moment and you want to go sailing, but you've got something plugged in like an iPad that's running on 240. All you do is you just press that, it'll beep to tell you it's on. You can see that it's flashing, gone green. And then up here on the panel, you'll see that I've now got a green light saying that I've got the inverter. I won't switch over because I've got the battery charger on, and the battery charger draws too much. And so the inverter is just for like running the TV if you wanted to watch a film at anchor, or you wanted to put your phones on charge. It's not for running hair dryers or the dishwasher or anything like that. You'd need to run the generator for that. That's why she's got all of it. She's got inverter system, generator, solar, wind, and the lot. So that's the inverter system. So we'll just turn that off. There you go, she's off. And that's the inverter system just there. So main engine then. She's done 620 hours. And as I say, I'm a marine engineer. I've been doing it pretty much all my life. I'm very, very over the top with engines. You can see there, even right on filters. So you can see hopefully how clean this is and how clean the bilge is. I am very, very meticulous about engines. When I was doing it back home, I was looking after, I think, about 12 of our clients' boats as well. So I was doing all of their engine service work on their boats as well. I'll just lift up the hatch. This is just something to show you. I found that sailing at sea, this is on gas struts, so if you go over a wave, it decided to lift up like that. So I fitted a little latch lock, so when you're at sea you just need to do that, and then it can't lift up on you. But there is the engine and the bilge. Automatic fire extinguisher. See there all the wiring for the generator. It's all running down through there, and hopefully you can see how clean that is. Those two green things there are called dump resistors. They're for the wind charger, so if it puts on too much charge, so if it doesn't need it, what it does, it puts it through those, and they get warm. The idea with putting them in here was, if she was in somewhere with a cold climate, it would actually put a little bit of heat in the engine bay. And then back there, that unit there is the wind charger's regulator and main fuse. So that's where the wind charge is coming through, and that's computer set, so that's pushing in charge when she's at sea. So there you go. So it's a 54 horsepower Yanmar engine, 620 hours, and it's got full documented history. I'll pull it out in a second and show you. And the sail drive I've got on there, I've got a folding prop. I've got a Brunton's auto prop on there, which is, sorry, no, it's not a Brunton's, it's a Flexifold. So it's Flexifold. Brunton's auto prop was on the other boat. So it's Flexifold prop, and there's pictures of that when she was out the water in November, December. I also dive on the boat as well, so I check all the underneath anodes all the time and make sure everything's okay. So hopefully everything's nice and clean in there. So this engine was serviced, I think, about 10 hours ago. So I'm pretty sure it was about 10 hours. She's not done a lot since she was serviced in November, December. So just stick that down. So, just move that out of the way because I'll get this out. So there's a safe I was talking about in the other video. And then in here is the big Geno pack. There's your, I'll move it back over here actually. There's a generator service manual, user manual for D400 charger. This is all the engine warranty. So this is all the Yanmar engine warranty information. Ship's papers. So I've got everything in here, everything that we did. That's all in there. And then these are all the manuals of everything that's really relevant to the boat. So that's all in there. And then in this little pack here, make sure we get the right book. This is all the warranty information of the engine. There we go. There's all the customer's warranty registration. And then here is Marine Power, is basically a UK Yanmar agent. So she had all the valve clearances done, which is part of the maintenance. All the oil, all the filters and everything I get from Yanmar. And then this is the service history, 50, service maintenance 16, 17, 18, 19. So basically whenever I do it, so I write in genuine Yanmar parts done. It was done at 609 hours, so I said it done about 10 hours. It's actually just over 11 hours since it was serviced, and that was in the middle of December. There is one more actually that should be in here, because there is another one that was done when the boat was out last year. So I don't think I've written that one in there, but I've got the details of it. So it was December to December, because obviously with COVID the boat wasn't used hardly at all. So the documents in there, and then forward bilge where you've got the transducer. Again, I always wipe this out so it's all really nice and clean. So that's all in there. And the depth is calibrated under the keel. Main bilge, I think I had it in the other video as well, is in there. I've double bolted all the keel bolts as well. When you buy a boat from Geno now, it comes with one keel bolt on, that's it. So what I've done is I asked for another set of nuts. and I've put a secondary set of nuts on it. So what we'll do is I'll just go upstairs and I'll start the engine. So the engine's cold, I've not started it. So we'll just go upstairs and engage that. 1 second. Quite warm today. Right. Battery. I knew there'd be something I didn't do. Just trying to think about doing these videos as well. Switch the engine one on. Sorry about that. So, on. So there's no revs. Never had a problem with this. There we go. Always check the water flow. Let's go and show you it running. It might be a bit noisy because the engine's on, so if you can't hear me, I apologise. It's a lovely engine, it really is nice. She'll do the thing on about 8.5 to 9 knots, just depends on sea conditions. Cruising speed, the engine is about 6.5 to 7 knots. At cruising speed she's using around about 4.5 litres an hour. So it's quite a good economic engine as well. So it's like a new engine with a very good idea, she was so good. That's from the front. Just go and put her into gear for you so you can see the wash coming out the back. Engage forward. There we go. To neutral, and then when you turn the engine off when you're sailing, what you do is you press stop, turn the power off, and then put the stern, and that'll fold the blades up. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you've got any questions at all, just give me a personal message or email. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.